Look how beautiful. This tart deserves all of the attention. It's got a cool and custardy lemon filling wrapped up with an unexpected crust made of sweet and salty pretzels. This recipe will stop you in your tracks. And Courtney Rich, she just put down the wooden spoon, although she was directing a few minutes ago. She's here to show us how. This is gorgeous, my friend.
Oh, isn't she pretty?
Yes.
And so summery and happy.
Right. And pretzel crusts are my favorites.
So, and this one, actually, this filling is my mom's recipe for her lemon sour cream pie. But you know how I feel about pie. You guys know how I feel about pie.
Tell the people.
The pastry crust is just not my jam.
Yeah.
I just don't love it. So anytime at Thanksgiving, I would always just eat out the center and then the crust would remain and my mom would just go bananas.
I'm right there with you.
So what we did is reinvented Mom's lemon sour cream pie and we made it into a tart with the pretzel crust. Of course, you could put it in a pie dish with the same crust.
How does she feel about the remake?
She's pretty happy because she loves a sweet and salty element.
Yeah,
so, yeah, Mom approves.
No one offended.
Mom approves.
Just a little upgrade.
And it even made it in the cookbook. Yeah. That's how happy she is about it. So super simple to start with this pretzel crust. We are gonna grind up all our pretzels and get them pretty powdery if you can.
You went fine.
Yeah, we want some of that fine powder. A few of those little chunks in there is okay. And then, of course, we want some sugar to just give it a little sweetness and tie it together. And we've got our melted butter. I mean, what's better than that,
Done.
right?
Grab your wooden spoon.
So grab that wooden spoon, start mixing up. And we just love how simple this is. So like I said, you could put this in a pie dish, but also a tart pan. So one of these longer rectangular pans is great. Pan. Now this one's kind of fancy, but what we like about the tart pan to make it so easy to remove is it just has a removable bottom. So that makes it super simple. And this filling, you could make kind of thin if you want it to come up the sides, or you could even fill it into two of these.
I like the thick crust.
Yes, me too.
And we don't need to grease because it's buttered, right?
Yep, exactly. We've got so much butter in there. So if we throw this in here, then we'll just pat that into place and it's gonna bake at like 400 degrees for about 8 minutes, just to give it like a good.
Some pretzel crusts don't ask you to bake and some do.
Some, yeah, just kind of depends. You can definitely chill it. And you can see too, if I had more crumbs rather than some of those chunks of pretzels in there, I would be able to get it even further down. And I thank you already in advance for getting me a paper towel or
there you go.
a towel, because I'm gonna be so buttery. All right, so that can go in the oven and cook for just a little bit. Meanwhile, in here we have some whole milk, some sugar, lemon juice, lemon zest.
My mouth just went pop.
Sugar, of course, and some cornstarch. That's how we've gotten this thicker consistency here. Now, before we add the eggs, because it's kind of like making a little bit of a lemon curd. The milk is a little bit different. It's gonna make it nice and creamy. But before we add those eggs, we've got to temper them. So what I like to do is I've got my egg yolks in here, and we'll just take a little bit of our hot filling with the lemon, and we got to stir that together.
Just to warm them up.
Just to warm them up a little bit. And you can even just add a little bit more.
So they don't cook, right?
Right. If your lemon curd or your tart is turning out eggy tasting,
if you have scrambled eggs,
you might have made some scrambled eggs.
Those pillows of whipped cream.
Exactly. It's just as simple as you just cooked the eggs a little too much. So we stir this in now that the eggs are tempered, and this is going to give us that beautiful yellow color, just naturally so bright and vibrant. You let this cook for just a little bit longer and thicken. Now the key to this too is we're gonna let the tart sit overnight. You can even see mine has softened a little bit, right? With my drive up here and sitting out in studio. But if we want a really good clean cut, a couple things are gonna matter. One, we're gonna let this thicken for a little bit, right? It needs to really coat the spoon.
And heat will do that, heat with time?
Yep, heat with time, and we have that cornstarch in there. And then we're gonna let this cool completely. You could even let this cool for an afternoon in the refrigerator, get that nice and chilled. This is what it's gonna look like. The last element is then adding the sour cream.
Sour cream.
The smoothness, and it just adds a great flavor to that tang with the brightness and tartness of the lemon.
I don't know why I'm always surprised that people put sour cream in their sugar cookies and in their tarts. I mean,
it is magic. It is a magic ingredient. It truly is. So then once you've got that all mixed, and blend it, you're gonna add that to the crust that's already baked and cooled. And then I just like to put that in the refrigerator overnight.
And the crust doesn't get too soft?
Nope. It just maybe a little bit, enough though to cut it and eat it. Delicious.
Beautiful.
And look, we're gonna have to bring this all the way over here
Look how you
my
piped,
slices didn't even cut.
I love how you did that though, with just a little
piping tip. Doesn't that elevate that so nicely? Some lemon. Let's grab you a fork.
Oh, I hoped you'd say that.
Oh, you know how I feel about eating on camera.
I never assume, but I always hope.
Always my favorite thing.
Okay, lots of pretzel crust.
And you could definitely, if you're not a huge lemon fan, or maybe you've got a lot of limes or oranges, you could switch up the citrus here.
That's so good.
And do so many different flavors.
What was the lemon agent in there? It's just perfect. It's subtle.
It's just the lemon zest and lemon juice.
Lemon zest, lemon juice.
Just natural, beautiful flavors, bright for summer.
Perfect kind of lemon, a beautiful dessert. Save this, have it on hand for your upcoming party, or just because why not? This is in your latest cookbook.
Yep, it's in Baked by Courtney. And so many fun things. A couple other tarts, like a s'mores tart. There's some cakes and cookies and just all the things in there.
Listen, I know you're our favorite sweet tooth friend. Has anyone brought up the fact that make also rhymes with cake and bake?
My family plays around a lot with the rhyming. What would be the next one?
Dinner recipes, but that takes you out of your sugar club.
I know, and you know how much I love my sugar.
You know, I'm just saying. I'm just being your agent on the fly.
I love it. I love it. I'm
Where
here
do we
for
get our
it.
cookbooks?
All right, that's on shop.cakebycourtney.com.
Shop.cakebycourtney.com. We'll link you over from our website. Of course, follow this friend on social media. Thank you so much. Delicious. I'll be making this delicious.
Yes.